Was it a dispute over a parking space or something more sinister that prompted the shooting death of 3 students in an apartment near the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill campus? Police said an ongoing neighbor dispute over parking might have been a factor in the shootings Tuesday evening, but said they weren't dismissing the possibility of a hate crime. The victims, a newlywed couple and the bride's younger sister, were shot in the head, sources told CNN affiliate WRAL. Their families say the gunman had threatened the victims before, and they believe the shootings were a hate crime. All 3 of the victims, Dee Barakat, 23, Yusr Abu Salha, 21, and Razan Abu Salha, 19, were Muslim. And given their religion and comments the alleged shooter apparently left on a Facebook page, many social media users wondered what role the victim's faith may have played. The 46-year-old suspect, Craig Stephen Hicks, has been charged with murder. At a news conference Wednesday afternoon, his wife said she was shocked by the killings and offered condolences to the victims' families. This incident had nothing to do with religion or the victim's faith, but in fact was related to the long-standing parking disputes that my husband had with the neighbors, Karen Hicks said. Karen Hicks was in the process of getting a divorce from her husband. And Rob Maitland, her attorney, said the shooting highlights the importance of access to mental health care services. He declined to provide any details about the suspect's mental health history, but said, "Obviously it's not within a range of normal behavior for someone to shoot 3 people over parking issues." The father of the female victims, however, told CNN he was sure that wasn't true. "We have no doubt that the way they looked and the way they believed had something to do with this," Modama Abu Salha said. When his son-in-law lived alone in the condominium complex, the family never had any problems. But once his daughter moved in, wearing a headscarf that clearly identified her as Muslim, trouble started, he said. "My daughter, Yusr, honest to God, told us on more than 2 occasions that this man came knocking at the door and firing about everything with a gun on his belt, more than twice," her father said. "She told us, 'Daddy, I think he hates us for who we are and how we look.'" Learning from the police how his 2 daughters and son-in-law were killed has only made him more convinced. Now that we know from the police that they were shot in the head, very quickly, the 3 of them, 1 bullet each, in a very small space inside the apartment. That's execution style. I don't know, if that is not hate, what that would be. Police, we will exhaust every lead. The Council on American Islamic Relations called for police to address speculation about a possible bias motive, and the Muslim Public Affairs Council is requesting a federal investigation if the motives of the shooter are confirmed based on his previous social media posts. That's a possibility police are considering. "Our investigators are exploring what could have motivated Mr. Hicks to commit such a senseless and tragic act," Chapel Hill Police Chief Chris Blue said. "We understand the concerns about the possibility that this was hate-motivated, and we will exhaust every lead to determine if that is the case." More about the victims. Ripley Rand, the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of North Carolina, said Wednesday that there was no federal investigation underway, and the incident appeared to be isolated rather than part of an organized campaign against Muslims in the state. Police are examining the suspect's computer to see if they find anything indicating bias against Muslims or any intent to carry out an Islamic or religious bias attack, according to a law enforcement official briefed on the investigation. "So far, nothing has turned up to indicate a hate crime," the official said. The FBI is assisting police, who are leading the investigation. The Chapel Hill Police Department has requested the assistance of the FBI to process evidence in a triple homicide investigation, the FBI said in a statement. "It is standard practice for our state and local law enforcement partners to enlist the expertise and resources of the FBI as needed." Official dispute flared over parking space, according to the law enforcement official briefed on the investigation. Tuesday's altercation started after Hicks found a car belonging to one of the victims in what he claimed was his parking space. Then Hicks went to the victim's condo and shot all 3 people in a confrontation. Hicks turned himself into police Tuesday night and is being held in the Durham County Jail without bond. He is cooperating with investigators, police said Wednesday morning. Hicks has no criminal record, the official said. His wife told reporters he had been studying to become a paralegal. He told police that he liked guns and visiting shooting ranges, but had stopped going because of the cost, the official said.